Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to our discussion. Okay, so today we will discussion about our topic fighting against corruption problems in Indonesia. And so I will read a few questions about topic that we need to discuss. Okay. The first question is, what do you think of the corruption rate in Indonesia? Is it high or low? Okay, guys, what's your opinion about that question?
In my opinion, the level of corruption in Indonesia is quite high. High level of corruption in Indonesia can be caused by various complex factors, including lack of transparency, law of supervision, weakness in law enforcement, culture of nepotism and bribery, as well as inequality in the distribution of wealth and power. Additional historical, political, and social factors also play a significant role in reinforcing corrupt practice. For example, like there is a case of mega corruption committed by PT Timah Tbk, but I'm sure everyone has already heard about that news, right? I think that's it from me. I'm sorry if I speak too fast because I don't speak in American English. I actually speak in Australian English. That's
Okay, thank you, Samsul. How about your opinion, Al-Fajri?
My opinion, I think corruption cases in Indonesia in last few years have been very high. We can see from the disclosure of many corruption cases occurring now, and perhaps there are still only corruption cases that have occurred but have not been revealed. I think one of the cases that was quite phenomenal in Indonesia was the IKTP case because it involved the chairman of DPR RI, Setia Novanto. That's from me.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Al-Fajri. Okay, in my opinion, the corruption rate in Indonesia is quite high. There are a lot of cases where people misuse their power to take bribes for personal gain. Some recent scandals involve things like stealing money from government projects or giving bribes in different areas. Okay, guys, do you have any other opinion?
no, I have nothing to say.
I think we all agree that the corruption rate in Indonesia is high. So let's move to the next question. The next question: what do you think of the root of the problems?
I think the root of corruption in Indonesia, the roots are like culture and norms. Like Indonesian people, like view corruption as something normal or not so serious because like corruption happen in almost every day in our life. So yeah, the culture and norms that view corruption as something normal or not so serious can be a major factor, like what happened in Indonesia, and also there is also like low salaries, lack of supervision, political instability, weak legal system, and also economic inequality. I think that's it from me. And that.
Okay. Any other opinion?
For my opinion, I think the root of corruption is lack of transparency information, because with transparency information can facilitate the public to responding, monitoring, and evaluating the government's performance. In short, it can be said that the demands for transparency information from the public serves as a form of public oversight over government's organization.
Okay. I think the main reason behind this problem are things like weak enforcement of law, lack of transparency, like Fadri already says, and I think corruption already being part of how institutions work. That's how corruptions in Indonesia still 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 exists. Okay, do you guys have any opinion about the reason of the problem?
No from me.
Okay, maybe we need to move to the next question. How do we deal with corruption issues? Okay.
I think overcoming corruption requires quite comprehensive efforts from various sectors and levels. Like there are something that we can address to corruption in Indonesia, like institutional reform or strengthening the law, transparency and accountability, education and anti-corruption campaign, and public oversight. And also do not forget about the salary increase and employee welfare, because it will affect directly in corruption in Indonesia. Yeah, I think that's it from me.
Okay, how about you, Muhammad Al Fajri?
I think we have to deal first we to change our society mind, curing the mind rather than fighting it directly. Because arresting the corrupt people or simply removing the corrupt from the big government office where it has much bigger effect in the society isn't going to cut it. If it was that easy, then most societies would have been freed from these cases. That's for me.
Okay, for me, there is no big difference. Like you already tell to I think to tackle corruption, we need to do a few things. First, we should make our laws against corruption to become stronger and make sure things are transparent and people are held accountable for their actions and encourage leaders to act ethically. I think that's all from me. Do you guys have another opinion or something?
No from me.
No.
Okay, let's move to next question. As a university student, what can you contribute to face this problem?
As a college student, I think we can play some role in efforts to combat corruption, like raising raising people awareness about corruption, doing anti-corruption campaign, becoming an example about how do I say it, uh, a trusted government and anti-corruption government, and also actively participate in like anti-corruption organization of movement. Like we it goes beyond to strengthen the voice against corruption. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
My opinion, as a student, we can educate ourselves what corruption. Also educate others about it. It can be simple as a campaign in our university to educate people about it. That's for me.
So, in my opinion, as a university student, we can help about this problem by talking about why corruption is bad, pushing for change is, and getting involved in activities to stop corruption in in our community. I think that will make corruption will decrease. Okay, do you guys have another opinion or something?
No from me.
No, for me.
Okay, let's let's move to the last question. Do you agree with the idea of the death penalty for corruptors or not, and why?
I think the questions about the death penalty for corruptors involve many ethical, legal, and social considerations. Our opinion on this matter can be vary greatly depending on the values and perspective of each individual or society. Some arguments also often put forward to support the death penalty for corruptors, like the death penalty is seen as a very harsh punishment and can be effective as a deterrent to prevent others from engaging in corrupt activities. And in the view of some people, corruption is also an action that greatly harms society at large. So it's considered as a serious crime deserving of appropriate punishment. I think that's it from me. Thank you.
How about your opinion, Muhammad Al-Fajri?
My opinion, I don't agree with that penalty because I believe that the death penalty will not have a deterrent effect on corruptors. The experience of other countries where the death penalty has been implemented, such as in China, Cuba, Iran, and several other countries, but there is still corruption. So I prefer lifetime jails without parole than the death penalty. That's for me.
Okay, in my opinion, in this case, I will agree with the death penalty for corruptors. Why? Because if we don't give a strong punishment, people will not be scared to stop doing that. I think death penalty is the best thing, the best way to stop corruption. Okay, do you guys have another opinion or idea, Muhammad
From
Al-Fajri?
me.
Or should we finish our discussion?
I think we don't have anything else to talk about, so let's just finish today meeting.
How about you, Muhammad Al-Fajri? Should we finish our meeting?
Yes, should have finished.
Okay, because there is the last questions that we need to discuss. I think it's all for today. Thank you guys for your attention and time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.